Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to episode 7 of Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts, season 2. So, this is episode 7. Not like episode 9 or 10. We've still got quite a few episodes to go. And yet this feels like it should be the finale. Kipo has finally gone full Jaguar. She's entirely transformed after finding her anchor, which is clearly going to have to be used to stop her eventually. But she's gone full Jaguar after she finds out that my theory was correct, and the Mega Monkey is her mother. She finds this out, sees the Mega Monkey being taken control of by Scarlemagne, and turns full Jaguar in retaliation, basically, to save her. So this is going to be interesting. But the fact that this isn't the finale, that we still have so much more to go, makes me wonder how the hell this season is going to go from here. Because it's like, this feels like a finale thing. Like her finally turning into the full form. And finally figuring out her mother is the Mega Monkey, who she's had a couple of interactions with and everything. It just like feels like this is almost finite to me, you know? But it's not. There's something bigger that's, I guess, going to happen by the end of this season. And it's like, what the hell? We also start to get this feeling in these last two episodes, this last two-parter we had, the Fun Gus two-parter. We also started to get this feeling that the oh, excuse me, what was I calling them? The these masked people. I can't remember the word I was using to describe them. But we started to get the feeling that they may not be as much of good guys as we thought, just because they're opposed to Scarlemagne. There's some very notable hints in the things that they've said and the things in the way that they've talked and everything that possibly imply them to be human supremacists, kind of a other side of the coin, if you will, of Scarlemagne's mute supremacy. And if that is the case, that could make them just as dangerous as Scarlemagne. So I'm just starting to wonder, like, what is going to go on here with this? How are they going? What are they going to work with here? What are they doing? What is the plan? We'll have to see. But yeah, the Fun Gus situation was handled as well, I guess you could say. It was just kind of like a wave off kind of thing. It's like, it happened. Mulholland helped. All right. I don't really have any strong feelings about it. It's just kind of there. But I am excited. I'm really excited that my theory was correct. I'm wondering though, when she turned like fully into the Mega Monkey and stopped being able to turn back. I assume that this means she didn't have that anchor figured out. That's the reason she wasn't able to turn back. And I assume the times that she met Kipo and everything, when she I assume she had to have recognized her, right? How much of her mind is still in there? That's another thing I'm kind of questioning. Because we know as Kipo's turning into this Mega Jaguar, she's losing control. She's losing her the just sense of self in a way. But when, as the Mega Monkey song, when she was like kind of calmed down and interacting with Kipo and stuff, and you saw her like, she clearly recognized the song that Kipo was singing, but how there is she? How much there is song in the Mega Monkey right now? That's just what I'm really curious about here. Um, I don't know where this is going to go at this point. Are they going to be able to rescue her, or is this going to fail and Kibo is just going to need to be brought back with the anchor, with the picture? We'll have to see, because again, there are a few more episodes to go, so we still have time before the finale, and I couldn't even begin to say exactly what's going to happen here. We'll have to see. And we're just going to do so. We're going to just get into this. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, great continuation off of last time, and I can kind of see where this season may be going now, in terms of leading up to the last episodes. And it confirmed another theory I had, though I feel like this one, honestly, I feel like both of them, honestly, both the Mega Monkey being Song and Dr. Amelia being part of the Science Bureau, I think both of them were kind of well hinted at. They weren't surprises. You know what I mean? Like, there was enough information to tell us that the Mega Monkey was Song. There was enough information given from episode 1 that told us, and from the past even, with season 1, that told us the Mega Monkey would have to have been Song. There was just that kind of information given to us. So really, it's not even that amazing to have guessed that. Honestly, I just feel like it was it was made pretty obvious if you really looked at all the information we got. And with Dr. Amelia being part of the Science Bureau, the same bureau as Kipo's family was originally from, again, it just kind of makes sense. It just kind of works. Like, everything just kind of fits together at that point. So it's, again, not really much of a surprise. So I kind of like felt like maybe a little excited that my theories were proven correct, but thinking about it, it's like, it's not really that impressive that I guessed those when the series itself, when the episodes themselves made it obvious enough. But anyways, so in this episode, we had the cold open centering around Benson and how he, in the past, a year ago, met these bats, these bat mutes who are obsessed with aliens. And we're led to believe that Dave, because of his molting and all, was an alien. So, in the present day, we see Kipo still having lost control in her jaguar form, going after her mother. But because she's lost control, she's lost sight of her goal, basically, and starts attacking pretty much anyone around, including Benson and including Dr. Amelia and her group. So we see Benson eventually able to bring her back out of it, but his arm is dislocated as a result of her accidentally attacking him. This causes her throughout this episode to have like this distrust in herself because of the fact that she hurt Benson. She no longer trusts in her ability to keep control when transformed into the Jaguar. Benson's all good with it though. He's like, I don't blame you at all. I understand. I trust that you can do this. Meanwhile, Dr. Amelia recognizes Kipo and everything and pounces on the chance to take advantage of things. We find out that she was the one knocking on the door in the past when Leo escaped with Kipo. Like, we kind of guessed that. Again, it was pretty fairly obvious, but it's still nice to have the confirmation. So we find out that she had been confronting them. She knew about what was going on, and based on her language and the things she said and everything, she very clearly, even back then, hated mutes, and that very much goes in line with my human supremacist idea with her. And I'm definitely thinking that's the case. Like, even at the end of this episode, like after Kipo's like, we got away and we didn't have to hurt anybody, and she's like, except the bats, right? And she's like, no, we didn't have to hurt anybody. And it's like, she sounded like she very much wanted the bats to get hurt. Again, leading to the idea of the human supremacy. And and that's clearly the only reason she's even allowing Dave and Mondu in there. One, probably because they're small enough that they can be handled easily. And two, because she wants to get them on her side. But yeah, so she convinces Kipo and them to work with her and to side with her. They go back, they find out about these plans she has, and they manage to capture one member of Scarlemagne's group of brainwashed humans, and it ends up being Troy's father. Because, of course it does. Out of all of the humans that would exist, of course it just happens to be Troy's father. Roberto is his name. And once he wakes up, Benson has had Wolf and Dave try to like speak him up to try and like get it so that he can be with Troy and everything. And they're just like exaggerating everything. But Roberto seems really cool. He seems like a good guy. We get a bit of Dr. Amelia and Benson trying to help Kipo train her Jaguar form, but because of the fact that she hurt Benson, she's holding back and she just doesn't want to. So they go back in, and since Dave had played with this sonic transmitter that they have, the bats from the flashback in the cold open end up coming and attacking and kidnapping Benson along with the sonic transmitter. This causes Kipo to have to go save him, and in the process she learns to control her Jaguar form with Benson's help. They use this as like a excuse to call Kipo an alien and get the bats to let them go, and they escape, and yeah, things are set up for the future with Dr. Amelia's side of the story now. We also have Kipo go against Dr. Amelia's wishes, because Dr. Amelia wants Kipo to take out the Mega Monkey. But she goes with some help from Roberto and finds where the monkey is and tries to talk to her mother. And they have a nice, beautiful moment. I used it as the thumbnail because it was so like precious and awesome. But it was a trap, like I expected. It was a trap, and the Mega Monkey was used to lure Kipo in, who is now captured by Scarlemagne. So that's fun. Scarlemagne now has both of Kipo's parents and Kipo herself held captive. So that's not good. And we have 3 more episodes to go, episodes 8, 9, and 10. And so I said at the beginning of these afterthoughts, I kind of can see where this is going now. We're gonna obviously have our heroes and the rest of Dr. Amelia's squad and everything going to rescue Kipo, or that's going to be how it's viewed. And probably in this last fight is when Dr. Amelia is going to reveal herself to be a bad guy. And so things are going to probably get pretty hectic here. I'm just wondering exactly how this is going to end because we have two different villains right now. So, how is it going to end? What exactly is going to happen? I'm very interested to find out. So, yeah, we shall see. And as we continue forward, hopefully this continues to be as great as it has been recently. It's kind of as I stated before. The first few episodes of this season were very slow and just kind of hard to sit through because of them following the same formula as season one, with Kipo having to find and get to her father and all. But then once they reached the two-parter, the mid-season two-parter with Fun Gus and everything, it all kind of changed, and now it's just been so different and kind of just exceptional, honestly. Like this is what I wish the beginning of the season was like too. But I mean, I guess that was maybe the idea, that they wanted the season to start off pretty slow and pretty samey compared to the first season. So that when it did change up, it had more of an impact. Maybe that was their mindset. I'm hoping that was their mindset, just because it's like that would actually give a good enough reason for why it came across like this. Because otherwise, it's just like that beginning otherwise was still weaker. But like I said, it's gotten really good now, and I'm really invested, really excited to see where this goes. Um, yeah, and I'm really into it. So we'll just kind of go from there and take it on episode by episode from here on out to see how this season ends. I'm very excited though, and as always, no spoilers. Do not tell me anything about where this goes. So, all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.